All right, we are here live on MaxSpeedTV. This says TND Rustic Decor, a Super Sports Series. As you can tell, those are not Super Sports out there. Those are NASCAR Camping World trucks. We have a exciting race for you here tonight. Taking a break from the normal. This still is the Super Sports Series presented by TND Rustic Decor. But tonight we're running 50 laps here at Talladega, so this a little bit of a break. It's a non-points race just for fun, so that's what we have going on here tonight. Before we get into all of the racing stuff here tonight, again, it's a non-points race. We want to go through all of the partners here that have made this broadcast possible, starting with Walls Beard Co. They are the official beard products of MaxSpeedTV. If you need some great organic and natural beard balm to make that beard just a little bit nicer than it already is, check them out at wallsbeardco.com. SimSpeedShop.com. Every racer needs to check these guys out here on iRacing. You can check them out at SimSpeedShop.com or on their Facebook at SimSpeedShop. They have some awesome looking button boxes as well as some e-brakes for you rallycross racers. So make sure you check them out at SimSpeedShop.com. Elite 7 Racing. They are the official dirt team of MaxSpeedTV. Make sure you check them out at Elite7Racing.com. Ohio IndyCar League, they came on a little bit ago, and they are the one of our teams that are leagues that we broadcast here. They are no longer just an Ohio IndyCar League anymore. They allow other members in, so make sure you check them out on their iRacing page, Ohio IndyCar League, or to get all the latest information, check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/Ohio IndyCar League. And last but not least, on the MaxSpeedTV side of things, we do have iBog, iRacing Broadcast Overlay Graphics. They pretty much did all the work you see here, all the animation work especially. They are your sim broadcast graphics source, so if you're looking to get into broadcasting or just looking to get some overlays to pull some iRacing content so that you can stream your races yourself, check them out at ibog.co. That being said, on the racing side of things, we have two main sponsors. One of those being TJ Woodworking. They are the official championship sponsor of this series and the Sunday afternoon series. Again, all wooden plaques are done by them, so if you're looking to have any woodwork done like that, plaques and other stuff, make sure you check them out on Facebook at TJ Woodworking. And if your league here on iRacing definitely needs to give away a awesome looking championship plaque, check them out at TJ Woodworking. Definitely. You can also give them a call at 515-979-0415. And of course, the title sponsor of both of these series is TND Rustic Decor. Again, a big shout out to them for coming on board several seasons ago, and they have been here ever since as the title sponsor. They are, again, the presenting sponsor here, so big shout out to them. They are located in Oklahoma. Look them up on Facebook at TND Rustic Decor, and you can get all the latest stuff they have on there. They post on Facebook, always finding new stuff. So if you need some rustic decor, make sure you check them out. Again, that is TND Rustic Decor. That being said, that is going to do it for the sponsors here. Again, this is not our normal 30-lap heat racing format that we're doing. This is 50 laps here at Talladega with the trucks, taking a break from the points racing to have a little bit of a fun races. We got about 14 drivers. Caleb Weekly going to make it here tonight. So awesome to see him back. He is not normally here due to school, I believe, so he is definitely cool to see him back here. But we're going to step away here for just a minute. We'll be right back as soon as we get some last minute stuff taken care of. So give us just a moment and we'll be right back. Alright, we are back here. So we saw a little bit of a wreck back there. Very interesting there to see that. But while we have about 4 minutes left here in practice, we are actually going to go on board here. As we're going to go to the roll bar camera, we'll go on board for just a minute to let you see kind of what it's like to be behind the wheel of one of these. You're seeing Paul Crumry almost get into the wall there. But again, we still have drivers coming in left and right now, as we currently have 14. But again, we're going to ride on board with these guys for just a minute here to give you a feel for what it's like to be behind the wheels, and we'll be right back again. Alright, do apologize for that. Wrong button got clicked there. We are back here, so we are going to step away here in just a moment to get to the national anthem. Again, that's coming up here in just a moment. Before qualifying does get started, so we are going to take it off that and go to our one of our main cameras here. As it looks like Chris Renzi is going to spin it into the grass there. But again, we are going to get to the national anthem, and we'll be right back here in just a moment, right after your national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alright guys, we are back here. Green flag officially waving for qualifying. So we'll bring up your driver bar as well as your qualifying times on the screen. We're watching Trey Galgon right now. Again, nobody has officially put in a time just yet, but that is coming. Again, sorry about that. Losing my voice here tonight. I've been losing it for the last couple of days. Just getting overworked, I think. Maybe it needs a peppermint or something, if I did have one here with us. But again, we are here at Talladega Super Speedway here with the NESS Super Sport Series, running a non-points race with the trucks, just to kind of get some stress relief out, you might say. Alright, times should be coming in here in just a moment. That is just what we're waiting on, is those few times to come in, and once they start rolling in, we will officially let you know who is sitting where. You can also see by looking at that red bar going down the left hand side of your screen as to who is sitting where. But again, nobody officially has put in a time of the 14 drivers here so far. But again, this is a 2.66 mile track, so it takes them a good amount of time to get around this track to put in those times, even more on their first lap, of course, seeing how they are coming out of the pits and they have to get up to speed. So that being said, Trey Galgon is going to be one of the first ones to put in a time, it does look like. Jason Garrett has not gone onto the track yet. Everybody else is on the track right now here with 3 minutes to go, as we'll see what kind of time he is going to put in. Again, he hasn't come up to the line just yet. It's actually a little further than you might think, as there it is right there. And he will put in a 54.513, but not going to take it to the top, is a 53.989. Chris Orencia didn't even have the track, and here he is running a fastest time right now, but we'll see if that sticks. John Winkler in that purple 01, currently sitting in second place with a 54.312. Orencia putting in a really good time for himself. Paul Crumry, again, another driver, just painted this truck here today. Let's come out here and race in this. The number 8, of course, that is always his number with that 7 up on the side of it and on the hood. Fourth fastest right now, 54.349. Dale Garrett taking it to second. Gonna bump John Winkler down one spot with a 54.044 to jump to second place. There's still a few we expect to see a little higher here. Ed Sauls has not officially put in a time just yet, but up to the top there is Rachel Hunt taking it to first with a 53.631. Brian Jones going to take second now with a 53.663, separated by .032. But again, Ed Sauls just put in a time, and we'll see where he does go. He goes up to 12th with a 54.449. So not the best run, but we'll see where he gets. Again, this is Talladega. They have plenty of time to get to the front, and I'm sure it will happen. Another one, Chuck Kemper, who, there he goes right there, just put it to 5th with a 53.686, .055 off the lead. So less than a tenth separates the top 9 cars. Trey Galgon sitting in 9th right now with a 53.717. Jason Garrett finally out onto the track. He has not officially put in a time just yet, but he is going to be doing so here in just a moment. As you can see, he is coming up to the start finish line. It's further than normal. It's not in the little oval there, or the tri-oval you might call it. It is right there, so he will put in a time, and it's going to be a 53.963 to put himself in 14th, as Ed Sauls is going to take it to the top as he spins out with a 53.580. Chuck Kemper putting it down pit road now. Brett Osborne in that 99. He is going to jump to 9th with a 53.709. So a lot of times starting to come in, and that will do it for everybody here. Everyone has officially put in a time. Jason Garrett out on the track. I'm not sure if he has another lap or not. He may have one more, so we'll stick with him just here, as we got 3 seconds. It doesn't matter. He ain't going to make it anyway. So that will do it. Qualifying is officially over, and he is going to be removed from the track by iRacing, as we are going to get this thing going here. This is going to be a very, very fun race here. Again, 50 laps is what they have to get this thing going. So we're going to get down to the grid here, as Ed Sauls is going to be your pole sitter for tonight's race. So awesome job for him. Rachel Hunt going to be on the outside. But without further ado, as they're not going to take one lap around this track, let's get to it. Your Walls-Beard Co. starting grid here tonight. Row 1 is going to be Ed Sauls with the 53.580. In the number 81. In the number 16 on the outside is going to be Rachel Hunt with a 53.631. Row 2 is going to be the number 21 of Brian Jones and the 66 of Brandon Kaufman. Row 3 is going to be the 7 of Dominic Lee and the 40 of Chuck Kemper. In row 4, it's going to be the 78 of Chris Arencia and the 00 of Scott Page. In row 5, we will have Brett Osborne in the 99 and the 49 of Trey Galgon. Row 6 is going to be the 8 of Paul Crumry and the 12 of Caleb Weekly. Row 7, all by himself. Actually, not all by himself. Sorry about that. Dale Garrett and Jason Garrett, the 72. And I'm not sure what number Jason Garrett is here, as it is a white number, so I can't see it. That is a 71. So 71 and 72. Those are brothers here in row 7. In row 8, that is all by himself. That is John Winkler in the 01, rounding out your Walls-Beard Co. starting grid here tonight. And it looks like everyone is on the track, so that means coming up next, they will start rolling off the grid to start this race. Again, we thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. Big shout out to all the fans out there that tuned in. If it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be here. We do this for y'all, as well as the drivers out here. This is why we are here, and they are rolling off. Looks like the outside or the inside road didn't get as quite of a good roll off there, as they're going to have to play some catch up, but they are doing it. Brian Jones catching up with the field. There is the number 7 catching up as well, so he's down on the apron at the moment, but we're going to get this thing started here momentarily. Everyone's just kind of getting out there, getting pace right now. Here in just a moment, they will start getting bunched up a little bit more. We've been watching in the official races for that number 16 of Rachel Hunt. Be watching for her tonight. Again, she definitely has what it takes to win at these super speedways. We've seen her being in the top over and over again in these official races, running with the best. So definitely somebody you need to keep an eye on here tonight to see if she can put it in victory lane here. As always, real fast before we get started, though, we want to remind you, fans out there watching, if you are new here tonight and have not done so, hit that thumbs up. And if you like the racing that you see so far here, you're going to see a lot more. And definitely, if you are new here and have not done it before, hit that subscribe button to be notified of all the races that we have here on MaxSpeedTV. As it looks like they are gearing this up to get started, so we're going to switch to our main camera here, as we got the dynamic camera going on here tonight. We'll be switching back and forth depending on the view we need here, as pace car lights are off, and they will be peeling off of the racing service here in a moment, as we're going to keep a close eye on it. There it is. Pace car is making its dive off. Very sharp dive as always. And we are getting this thing started. There is your leader, the 81 of Ed Sauls. And he is starting to get a little bit of speed here, holding about 65 miles per hour. As the green flag is out, and that is their signal to go. And he gets going very well. Again, everybody gets a good jump there. You don't want to get too far ahead. There's no point. If you do, they're just going to reel you in very quickly. So we're going to stay 2 by 2 all the way throughout this field until you get back to John Winkler. So this could get interesting here. We got kind of already a little gap here with the top 6. So we'll see. Rachel Hunt leads the outside lane. Ed Sauls leads the inside lane, as those two are 1-2 right now, side by side, followed by Brandon Kaufman and Brian Jones. Those are the ones pushing your leaders, per se, as they're both out front. Rachel Hunt being scored as the leader at the moment. And now it's going to be the 81 of Ed Sauls. These guys are putting on a huge battle here. Again, this is 50 laps, and we're on lap number 1, and already about to be coming up on lap number 2 here of 50. So a lot of racing still left to go. These guys are going to take it nice and slow here. They're not going to press anything too fast, as we're going to go on board and periodically throughout and watch these guys. As we might go on board here. Let's go with Chuck Kimber real fast. He's right there in the mix of things in 6th place. So while we have it, let's go on board with him here with the TND Rustic Decor camera. And you can see just what it's like to be in here, as he's almost making it 3 wide there. But I'm sure he will think a little better of that, as he's going to keep it 2 wide. And you see they're not real close right now, but they can get much closer than this, as he does have TND Rustic Decor on his helmet there. You can see it in his mirror as well on his car. What an awesome looking truck here. We're going to go back to Scott Page here right behind him. A brand new paint job for 40 of Chuck Kimber. And the new guy here tonight, that is Chris Arencia. As we'll see right there, he is currently pushing, it looks like it's Brandon Kaufman in front of him. He is pushing him, so we're going to go back off board with these guys real fast and go back to our main camera. And you can see these guys are really starting to mix it up here, and it looks like possibly John Winkler's lost the draft, and that is not what he wants to see here, as you do not want to lose the draft. That is devastating if you do. Good news is we're early in this race, so we still have plenty of time for him to catch back up or caution to come out. But this is a fixed setup, 2 fast repairs. So again, still no need to really concern right now. But back up to the front, we have still a battle going. And there goes the 78 of Chris Arencia. No caution coming out. He's off the racing surface. And there goes, caution is out for the first time here on lap number 4. And we'll go back and watch it, but pretty self-explanatory here. Looked like the 78 just got it around. We'll look to see if he had some help. Looking from the blimp here, did he have any help? Oh, a lot of beating and banging going on. Not sure who that was. We'll go up through here. Oh, and a bigger wreck happening. That's what brought out the caution, not the 78. So a huge wreck in front of them here, as we'll go back another 30 seconds or so, see if we can't figure out what happened up here. Not sure, maybe the 40 involved. I'm not sure. I don't think he was. We'll just have to see. Oh yeah, the 40 gets down hard into the 7 of Dominic Lee. Chuck Kimber into Dominic Lee, and then it was on from there. Several cars getting involved. Chuck Kimber has heavy damage. It looks like Dominic Lee may have some as well. We'll see. Check in with that. He doesn't have a whole lot of damage, so definitely taking the better end of it. He did not get as much damage as he probably could have. But Chuck Kimber is on pit road right now. Interesting. He's been there for quite a while here. Maybe he forgot to check his fast repair. We'll have to just wait and see while we have him on pit road. Let's see if we can't get a quick word in with him. Chuck Kimber, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got nothing else to do. Might as well talk to you. What's going on, man?
Well, we're wondering, did you maybe forget to check your fast repair?
No, I had to get towed in. There was nothing I could do.
Oh, well, that is not good. We were wondering what happened there. Looked like, not sure if you scraped the wall and came down or what happened.
No, I was just looking at the replay. I don't know if I got hit in the back or what, but something shot the truck straight to the left. I have no idea.
Yeah, definitely. It was just a violent ride there to the left, right into the 7 of Dominic Lee. I don't think he got too much out of it, but definitely some heavy damage. But you have 2 fast repairs, and just fortunately, you are going to have to tow. So, that's never a good thing here. But while we have you here, we'll get your thoughts as far as the general, other than this little caution here. How is it going out there? We got Rachel Hunt out leading this race.
Wow, that doesn't surprise me. She's terrific. I mean, she set the pole, and She knows what she's doing out here, and you'll see people line up behind her, follow her, and they know she's fast.
Well, it definitely might be her day to shine, but again, what do you got? Probably about a 2-minute tow here?
Right at 2 minutes still. Yep.
Well, definitely not the way you expected it to go, but the good news, it's a big track, so you won't go too many laps down. If we get some cautions, you might get some of those back and be back in contention here before you know it. But, it's unfortunate. We don't obviously want any driver out of this race, but, if you do happen to be out of this race early, feel free. We'll get you up here in the booth and get you in second chair here tonight.
Oh, no. I'm going to finish this thing. In fact, I'm going to get a lap back on my own and then get a wave around or two and going to run for the win. Watch.
Well, there you go. You heard it right there from Chuck himself. And we know you got sponsors and shout-outs real fast while we're under caution, so I want to give those shout-out.
Thank you to T&D Rustic Decor and TJ Woodworking, and, of course, our friends there at MaxSpeedTV.
All right, well, we'll get you back down there. You should be getting somewhere close here in a minute or so to being able to use that fast repair.
1 minute.
1 minute. Well, we'll see you back on the track here in a minute then. All right, that was Chuck Kemper there having a bit of rough luck here, but he will be back on the track here very shortly, having to tow as that truck was pretty totaled there. Brandon Kaufman going to be losing his position, giving it up here to go on pit road, and it looks like the 81 of Ed Sauls is going to follow him down pit road as well. So a lap 6 of 50 right now, and we are on the pit road for those two drivers. Rachel Hunt out front, and she is leading this race. Take a look here as the driver bar for her. She has now led 4, fixing to be her 5th lap when they go by the line. Again, she is officially your race leader and doing a good job at it. This may be her race to win. She's out front and doing a fantastic job of keeping it. On her outside is going to be the 21 of Brian Jones. Brett Osborne behind her. So this could get interesting. Looking back there, you have John Winkler sitting in the 4th position right now. So this is getting really interesting. Trey Galgon, someone we always look to see sitting in 5th place right now. Right behind them is Paul Krumright, Jason Garrett, Caleb Weekly, and Dominic Lee and Dale Garrett rounding out your top 10 as we are under caution for the first time here on lap 7. We have currently had just a few cautions here, just one caution, 3 laps, a few laps anyway, 44 laps to go. And it looks like we're going to get the go racing this time by, so we're going to get the green flag with 43 laps to go here in the race. So again, it's shaping up to be a fantastic race here tonight here at Talladega Superspeedway. All right, we got a couple people out there watching tonight. Let us know in chat if you have a favorite driver. Are you looking for someone to win? If we have either TJ Woodworking or T&D in here, definitely let us know if we got you in chat tonight. And definitely let us know who you are rooting for here tonight as you're watching the NESS Super Sport Series presented by TNDRusticDecor.com. Again, they are currently getting ready to get the green flag once again, so we'll switch back to our main camera. Again, this is a special race here just to break the norm, get away from the points racing, and here we are racing trucks fixed set here at Talladega. 15 cars still in the race. Looks like Chuck Kemper is back on the track now. As you can see him tagging to the back. Scott Page there too. As it looks like Brandon Kaufman is still on pit road. And a green flag is out. Not sure why Kaufman is still on pit road. But he is staying there and he's going to go several laps down. If he stays there a bit longer, we'll see about getting him in here for a quick word in the booth. But nevertheless, we're racing once again on lap number 8 of 50 here. And this is turning out to be a fairly good race so far. And the question is, how long and how many green laps will we have here? I expect to see quite a few. These guys are going to get patient here, as there's no need to press any issues, and they know it. They know not to go out there and just press too many issues. It's just way too early in the race, and they're going to pretty much single file out, it looks like here, as that's exactly what they are doing. Well, it looks like I thought we might have the 99 try to peek out to the outside, but he is not. Again, that is Rachel Hunt being pushed by Brett Osborne in the 99, Rachel Hunt in the 16th, and here comes Trey Galgon in the 49. He's going to try to make something of it if he can get by those two, as it looks like Brandon Kaufman's still on pit road here. So while we watch these leaders, let's see if we can't get a word in with the Kaufman and see just what's going on. And it looks like he does have his mic muted in the TeamSpeak here. So we'll again see if we can't get him in the booth here momentarily to figure out what happened there. But he is off the track, and I don't know if he's going to come back. And he is not. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to join us either. He is taking care of some schoolwork now out of the race. So, you know, schoolwork comes first. So he's out of the race here. So that is our only driver out of the race. 14 cars still left on the track as we are now 10 laps in. It's going to be 40 laps to go at the line. Again, this is still a big, long race, but it's going to be over fairly quickly, too, as it's already currently 8:30 in Central Time, and we just got started, and it'll be over before you know it. Somebody's going around. That is Scott Page into the inside wall. Hard lick. And that is going to send him spinning. No caution is coming out, though. So far, no caution. Single car there. I'm not sure if he had help or not. But Rachel Hunt leads this pack still. Scott Page is on pit road, as it looks like he is going to tow. So let's see if we can't get Scott Page up here real fast and see what might have happened to him. Scott Page, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
What happened down there? We just see you took a sharp turn to the inside wall.
I got clobbered.
Well, that is not good. It looks like are you towing into pits, or were you able to roll it in?
Oh, no, it was dead. It was gone. I had to stop it and then escape out before it caused a caution. They were already running. I hate to break it up.
Well, definitely not the way you wanted to end it. So you do still have a faster pair, I do believe. So you got about. Oh, so it's your second one already. So you got one more to go then, you know, probably what, you got about a 2 or 3 minute tow here.
No, I got 10 seconds.
All right, well, we won't keep you here too long. We just check and see what happened there as we're watching these leaders battle. Rachel Hunt out front, but we'll get you back down to the pits, and we'll see you back on the track here in a second.
Yes, sir. Just having fun.
All right, well, there you go, folks. That was Scott Page, 00, using his second and only second fastest pair here, two of two that he has. So it looks like we're going to have a new leader. Trey Galgon's going to take it to the front here. Again, this is just a fun race. It's not for points. These guys are out here to get a win, but they're out here to have fun too. As Jason Garrett's going to push the 49 of Trey Galgon to the lead here. As those are your top three right now. Trey Galgon, Jason Garrett, and Rachel Hunt. For the first time, Rachel Hunt has not led this race, as she's been out front pretty much all day. The only other one was out there with her earlier was the 81 of Ed Sauls. He's currently running in 5th position, trying to battle. As again, Scott Page is back on the track to check in with him real fast. He is down at the bottom, so they are going to put him another lap down. He's now 4 laps down technically, as he is going to get back to the pack. So several laps down, as it looks like. I'm not sure what happened here. We got some people shaking it up here. Some people thought we might have had somebody pitting, but no, they're just really shaking it up throughout this field here at the moment. As Ed Sauls back up to second as he's pushing Trey Galgon once again. And it looks like Jason Garrett's in the mix of this. So is Chris Arencia. Again, we want to point him out. That is Chris Arencia in the 78. His first race, he didn't even own this track until about 20 minutes ago. So a good job for him to come in here. Never have driven this truck on this track before. Never even been on this track, period. and to come in here and be duking it out in 4th place right now. As they're 3 wide coming out of the corner, and sparks are flying off the outside wall from Chris Arencia. Contacts made, but they keep it going here. A little more contact made there between the 49 and the 78 of Trey Galgon and Chris Arencia. But again, these guys keep it going. No caution so far, as they're still 3 wide coming to the line. And it's going to be the 71 of Jason Garrett leading that lap, as he is officially going to lead that lap. Again, this is getting very close here. These guys are very close, battling here, side by side, door rubbing just a little bit. And what a race it is turning out to be here this afternoon. Technically tonight, it's not quite dark out, but it's getting there. Ed Sauls back out front once again. Rachel Hunt making her way to 3rd once again. So can anybody get by Jason Garrett? I would imagine we will have several more lead changes here. Let's take a look at our lead changes. We've had 1 caution for 3 laps, 36 laps to go, 35 at the line with 4 different lead changes. And we have had 4 different leaders too. Rachel Hunt has led 10 laps here. Not sure who the other one is. Her name is not showing up. They've led 2. Again, Ed Sauls has led 1, and Jason Garrett has led 1 lap as well. So, really good. And actually, that's Rachel Hunt that's not showing up there, I don't believe. No, Rachel Hunt is. She's led 11, so I don't know whose name is not showing up there, but they have indeed led 2 laps. As Rachel Hunt back out front. She once again is your race leader. And again, we talked about it in the pre-race show, how good of a race this was going to be. And they are not disappointing here, as we're on lap right now. It's fixing to be 17 of 50 with 1 caution so far. These guys are battling very close, but very clean here, as that is exactly what they need to do if they want to make this race go pretty much caution-free for the most part. That being said here, folks, again, it's just an exciting race. Let's go on board here we'll go on board with Dominic Lee here in the number 7 and see what it is like here with the T&D Rustic Decor onboard cameras. He's running down Jason Garrett in the 71 and Rachel Hunt in the 16. Now, this is his view of the race, and it's a very interesting view. We're going to jump back to Brett Osborne, as he's trying to run down all 3 of these guys. And Brett getting to the back bumper of Dominic Lee. Just can't quite get by him at the moment. And we'll see. They have to hold their line and trail brake just a little bit not to run over each other. Ed Sauls on the outside with his teammate of Chuck Kemper. You can see MaxSpeedTV on the back of that bumper. But again, they are right now on the outside lane trying to make a charge here. The question is, can they make a charge? It's just a matter of time, as we're on lap 18 of 50. So we are approaching the halfway point here shortly. These two trying to work together as teammates to get to the front. But then again, anybody could win this race, as there is your group of cars right there. You have to go a little ways back, and there's another group. Caleb Weekly, Chris Arencia back here by themselves. And it looks like Scott Page is officially out of the race. So that is unfortunate to see. So let's see if we can't get him here in the booth. So give us just a moment. Scott, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, did you pack it up, or did you get into something else we missed back there?
My own worst enemy kicked in. I was coming back on the track, getting ready to come back up to speed, and hit my gear shift lever and knocked it into first gear, and it was supposed to go to third and blew the engine.
Well, that is unfortunate here. But, you know, we don't always get to chat with a driver here, but are you still in the race with us, or are you watching this, or...
Oh, I'm on board one of the guys' trucks watching right now.
Well, since we have you here still in the race, you know, we don't have a second chair. You want to hang around in the booth with us and help us call this race from a driver's perspective?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there you go. So we got a second chair here in the booth with us. So, you know, Dio, we always like to ask anyone out here, as we're on lap 20 of 50 right now, you know, obviously you wanted yourself to win this race, but, you know, you're up here in the booth with us now. So if you had to pick anyone, do you see anyone out there that maybe is your favorite to win this, or is they pretty much evenly matched in your eyes?
I would have to say Ed or Chuck if he can get his laps back.
Yeah, he definitely is. As we were looking there, just watching that actually, it looks like Chuck Kemper is the leader. He is not the leader, though. Rachel Hunt actually is the leader. So, you know, this is a different scenario for them, seeing Chuck Kemper a lap down and at the mercy of Rachel Hunt.
Yeah. Which I can't count her out a bit. Look where she's been all night. She's been up front. So that might be a wild card pick, but she's strong right now. She is very strong.
She is indeed. And we got Brandon Coffin, who was running up front. He pulled it into pits. Unfortunately, real life struck him. He has got to get some quizzes done before midnight tonight. Actually, at 11:59. So he has got to get that done. So he's out of the race. Normally running race control here, but he is not tonight. So, you know, it's unfortunate there. But Chuck Kemper is the only one on the track that is at least a lap down. So if a caution comes out, he'll get that lucky dog too.
Yeah, he'll get, he said he was going to go shoot for the wave around. So I don't know which one would benefit him more. Either way he goes, he's going to get one of the two laps back. So
he is indeed.
No, actually, right now, if they would bring out a caution right now, which he's going for the front. I thought he was in front, but if he goes out and here he goes and he did not get it, is he going to get his lap back before the caution comes out?
I'm not sure if a caution is even going to come out here.
Brian's on the... Yes, it will. No, it's not.
That is interesting, and I'm sure Chuck was expecting that caution, and there it is. Caution is out. I'm wondering if race control may have called that one. As we're going to take a look here and see. We're going to go back quite a ways to see what happened there.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of maybe net code or something.
Yeah, definitely.
All around the place.
Some good racing overall. We'll see. Oh, the 7 maybe involved. Let's go back a little bit further here. We're going to take another look. And we'll take the blimp camera here. I'm not sure. Maybe the 7 had a little bit of a hand in this. So we'll see if we can get a different angle here. Not sure from this angle. So hard to tell. We don't want to place any blame on anybody. We'll just have to wait and see.
No, I couldn't tell either. Hang on, I can rewind mine back.
So close. It's so close battling going on as we're watching the replay here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, just still trying to figure out. Still not 100% sure what happened there. I'm wondering, it looks kind of like maybe the 7 clipped the back bumper of the 12.
Yep, 7 clipped the back of the 8 at the kind of a wrong time, and it just sent the 8 truck to the left.
Yeah, so that is unfortunate. 2 cars getting involved in that. Technically 4, but 2 really took the major damage. As that's going to put us under caution here. Excuse me. This is my voice here. That's only the second caution for 4 laps, so 27 laps to go. We'll actually get the green flag, and we will be over halfway done with this race. 6 different lead changes, so a very interesting here that we have had a few cautions. I didn't expect us to have but maybe 1 or 2, and I don't expect to have but maybe 1 more. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see how it plays itself out as everybody's on pit road at the moment. So give us just a minute. We'll be right back. All right, we are back here. Mics are back open here. We're under caution again for the second time here at Talladega Super Speedway. Again, you are watching the NESS Super Sport Series presented by TND RusticDecor.com. Clearly, these are not the Super Sport cars, nor is this a short track like you're used to seeing with these cars. They are taking a little bit of a break from that to come out here and run a super speedway in the trucks. And quite the fields here, starting with 15, and we currently have 13 on track. So overall, a really good field. It looks like the 01 is going to take it to pit road, so he wanted to come out there and lead a lap, and he will do just that.
One thing you got to look at is cautions breed cautions.
They do indeed, and that is very unfortunate if we have too many more here. I don't think we're going to have too terribly many. Again, we're right now at when they cross the line, we will be officially halfway done with this race, so 25 laps to go at the line. So far we've had 2 cautions, so if we have about 4 cautions here for approximately 10 laps out of 50, that's not too terribly bad.
No,
I have a feeling we're going to be around 3. I think we're going to have maybe one more at the halfway of the half here, so roughly about lap maybe 38 or so. I think we might see one more, but I don't think we're going to see too terribly many, as Brian Jones is out front now, and he will lead his first lap.
Yeah, that's who one of my that's who I'm focused in on, and he's biding this time. He was picking and choosing where to go. I mean, the smart thing to do. He was on top, he was on bottom, he was trying to find his line that was carrying him to the front.
He is indeed, and he's found it. The question is, can he hold it? You know, this isn't like a track where it's kind of up to your speed, where you have to race the perfect line. Really, part of Talladega and Daytona, these super speedways, is about knowing who you need to partner with. And out here, there are some teammates out here, but, you know, there's a lot of these guys that, you know, typically don't race the trucks. So, you know, they don't know how they handle as much as they do the super sport cars. So that makes it a little different. Up front right now, you have a pretty dominant force. You take a look here at our top 5 right now. Of course, that is Brian Jones, Ed Sauls, Dominic Lee, Brett Osborne, and Trey Galgon. All of those run the trucks, so they know what they're doing. It's just really going to be a matter of time to see who wins.
And watch out for Rachel. Let's see how she gets through traffic. She's been up front most of the time, so let's see how she handles traffic.
She is indeed. She's back all the way, currently in 9th place, started 2nd. But again, some of that could have been from pit stops here too. So it's going to be very interesting, as we'll see. It looks like maybe somebody's coming down pit road. I'm not sure who that is, as we'll switch to our other camera. Thought there for a second Ed Sauls was going down pit road. It may have been Chuck Kemper. It is. Chuck Kemper got one of his laps back, so he's going to go down pit road here. So he is going to get some fuel and tires and see if he can't get this thing in victory lane. He said he was going to drive it back to the front and get one of his laps back, and I don't know if he did it. Caleb Weekly, though, now is 1 lap down on pit road as well. He was involved in that caution, though.
Chuck's back 2 laps down now.
I'm not sure what happened.
Wave around?
I'm beginning to wonder if he didn't, or right now it's 1 to go. He should have gotten it on this lap, and he opted to pit, so he may have forfeited that wave around to go down pit road and get some tires and fuel. I'm not sure what's going on there, but he is still 2 laps down, and he was ahead of the leaders. And obviously he was supposed to be, or iRacing would have told him to let everyone by. Yep. So he should have been in line to get at least 1 lap back here. But so far it has not happened. He's still 2 laps down. And now Caleb Weekly is the lucky dog spot. So he's got to get by him if he wants to get that spot. So we'll see if he can possibly do it. He's ahead of him on the track, but he's not being scored ahead of him. Obviously because they are not on the same lap. But that being said, this time by, we're going to get the green flag.
Yeah, these guys are ready to go and get this thing over with.
They are indeed. Again, lights are off. Again, to lap 27 of 50, we're going to be on lap 28 of 50. So here in the next 4 laps, we're going to be at 20 laps to go. This race is winding down fairly quickly here for 50 laps at Talladega. You think it's a fairly long race, as I believe it's like 125 miles. But it doesn't take long at all to get around this track.
When you're sitting in that seat, it feels like forever.
It does indeed feel like forever, as we were just out here practicing and doing a race yesterday. It was 40 laps, and it seemed like it took an eternity. So I can only imagine what 10 more laps is going to do around here for these guys.
Yeah, you seem like the speed and the pace you have, it would go by fast, but the nerve-wracking in the car, and looks like we're getting ready to go.
It is indeed. They're setting the pace. Brian Jones has controlled the field. The green flag is out. We're racing once again here at Talladega Superspeedway in the NASCAR Camping World Trucks. Again, you're watching the NESS Super Sports Series presented by T&D Rustic Decor. Clearly, this is not Super Sports. We're racing trucks here for a non-point special event. And right now, it is shaping out to be a very good race as we're on lap 28 of 50. And right now, Brian Jones is out front. Dominic Lee right behind him, and he is pushing him very quickly. And right now, Ed Saul's right there pushing them too. And they're going to kind of take it easy, I'd imagine, for these first couple of laps. There's really no need to press any issues. Just kind of ride it out and hang in there for the next couple of laps. Once we get 10 to go, then we're going to start seeing some people try to make some moves.
Yeah, that's a tight bunch, them 3 right up front.
Yeah, and speaking of moves, we want to get a driver's perspective of it, and seeing how you are a driver here. You're closing in on laps right now. We still have 20 laps to go, but you start getting in that 10 to go, 5 laps to go. From the driver's perspective here at Talladega, when do you really start to try to make that move so that you have enough time to get by, but nobody has time to try to get back by you?
You tend to kind of be working on something right now, just seeing how your truck, maybe if you were in the back, you could probably see how it would move around in the back part of traffic. After that, once you're in line, the only thing you can do is just concentrate on your marks and bumping somebody bumping you, and kind of hard to advise a plan right now when you're in the midst of traffic.
Definitely it is. And again, we got some people that have not driven the trucks before in here too, so that makes it a little kind of scary for some of these guys that are veterans in these trucks. Like yourselves. There goes Brian Jones around. Is it going to bring out a caution? And if he gets back on the track, it probably will. So far, no caution.
Oh, man. That's the second time it's done that.
No caution so far. That is not good. Let's go back here really fast and take a quick look and see what happened there.
Looked like he had just got up out of the line, and when he come back in, there was another truck there.
There's the caution coming out as we're going to take a look here. We're watching to see exactly what happened, as we need to go back just a little bit further here as we'll take it back. Again, we're watching for the 21 of Brian Jones. Like you said, it looked like he may have got out of line and tried to get back in it, and, well, that spot wasn't there anymore.
Yep. Dominic had such a run. When he pulled up out of the line, Dominic just thought he was going to stay there and didn't know he was going to come back down.
Indeed. Good news. Didn't hurt Dominic hardly at all, though. Brian Jones did go around, though. Caution does come out, and that will put us at 20 to go here. And surprisingly enough, the youngster Brett Osborne leads his first lap here. Actually, maybe a second lap. He did lead one earlier, so he has now led 2 laps here in the race with 19 laps to go. We're under a caution once again here at Talladega Superspeedway for the 3rd time. Only 7 laps under caution, 19 laps to go. We have completed most of this race under green flag conditions. That is good. Again, we have completed 31 laps, only 7 of those under caution. And we'll probably be about 10 before we get the green flag once again. And let's see if we can real fast get Brian Jones in here, see if we can get his perspective on this real fast. If we do have him with us, we do indeed. Brian Jones, you got a copy?
I'm here.
Well, just trying to figure out what happened there. It looked like maybe you went down a little bit, and when you tried to get back to the spot, there was a nose of a truck in there.
Yeah, I'm as clueless as you are, I guess. I was just following the guy in front of me, and it seems like I just got spun into the infield, and it worked out. I mean, I didn't get any damage or anything. I just burned off some tires, but hopefully we'll get some 4 good fresh tires here and get back to the front.
Well, good, yeah, like you said, good news. No damage to the truck, just some new tires needed. You're still on the lead lap, so we'll have to go back and possibly look at it. But overall, just a fun race here. So no points on the line, so it's just out there just having some fun. But any quick shout-outs you want to give before we get you back down to the pits?
I just want to thank you guys and MaxSpeedTV for broadcasting the race. It's a lot of fun to get out here.
All right. Well, hopefully, with any luck, this is Talladega. We might see you back in the top 3 here. So we'll be looking to get you at the post-race interview.
Thank you.
All right. Again, that was the 21 of Brian Jones here. Just getting a little clip there. Just the spot was not there when he needed it to be. Went down just a little bit. But again, that is just, it happens. It's part of racing, so there's nothing you can do about it, really.
No, you can't. Not when you pack racing like that.
Well, again, we have 18 laps to go here. While they're under caution, we're going to step away for just a moment and get some drinks, get those vocal cords lubricated, and we will be right back when the lights go out to get this thing going once again. All right, we are back here, ladies and gentlemen. Lights should be going out this time by. They're on the backstretch right now. Again, it takes about 2.5 minutes to get around this track under caution. Again, it's 2.66 miles to get around this behemoth of a track. Only 49 seconds under race speed here in the draft. But again, it takes you almost or almost 2.5 minutes to get around this thing under pace conditions. So it's such a long track that it just is ridiculous how long it takes you to get around. But while we have a moment, let's see if we can't get Brett Osborne in here and see if we can't get a word in with him. Brett Osborne, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're in the lead right now. So do you have any plans as to how you're gonna keep it?
I guess just try and just hug the bottom, how I get to run the final few laps, try and block it, I guess. Try to stay out front.
Blocking is one way to do it. You got to be careful out there with these guys getting a run. Blocking can result in the big one here. We've seen it happen in here and in the real life. I'm sure you've seen it too. But again, that's what you got to do. You've got to block and kill the momentum so they can't get up there to you. So we'll look to see if you can hold off this field. You got a lot of strong drivers behind you as the lights are off. Any quick shout outs you want to give before we get this thing going again?
Yes, I'd like to thank CTV, Sim Speed Shop, and everybody here at MaxSpeedTV that puts this thing on.
All right, well, we'll get you back down to the pits as we're going to get this thing started here next time by. So with any luck, we'll see you in the booth.
Hopefully.
All right, well, that was the youngster, as we like to call him, of Brett Osborne in the 99 here. And, you know, he's good. He races. I actually know him personally in real life. I've watched him race go-karts. Luckily, when he races go-karts, we like to give him a hard time because he'll stop in the middle of a race sometimes and go get a hot dog or something to eat. He doesn't do that in his go-kart. He's actually won some races. He's a really good driver. And I have a feeling his parents, which I know too, would probably take him out the go-kart if he pulled over in the middle of a go-kart race to go get some nachos or something. But he does it on here usually when his car is broke and he has like a 20-minute repair and just can't get back out there. But yeah, he all jokes aside, he's a really good racer. We just like to give him a bit of a hard time sometimes, just because I know him. But you know, we may see him in victory lane here tonight. If we do, I'm sure he'll be ecstatic, and you'll probably see him do donuts for the next 20 minutes afterwards.
It's going to be a tough one.
It is indeed. He's got some good competition behind him. Jason Garrett, we haven't seen race too terribly much. Trey Galgon, obviously we have. Dale Garrett, one of those fairly new. But Paul Crumry, you know, we talked about him being a dirt driver, but he races Indy cars as well on asphalt, so he is not new to asphalt racing, just to this series.
And if he races Indy, he's got to know some of the draft too, so that helps out a whole lot knowing that draft.
It does indeed, as there it is. The green is getting ready. They got a little bit of speed starting up, but not too much. They're going to keep it around 65 miles per hour here, as a green flag will be coming out in about 3 seconds. There it is. A green flag is out. And again, you think, what a slow start. They didn't even get going, but it's pack racing. That's the whole point behind these. They take about 2 laps to get up to full speed, but when they do, boy, do they come screaming around here in about 50 seconds a lap. And it's just crazy how fast these things actually get around this place.
Yeah, it is. And right now, you're watching your RPMs, you're watching the front, you're watching the mirrors, you're watching everything around you and trying to see if anybody's pulling out and seeing what cars are around you just to keep from missing your cue.
And you do not want to miss it. You miss a shift, you miss a cue, anything like that, anything you could possibly miss. You know, as we've seen earlier, just a slight little tap of somebody being not completely squared up can cause a car to go around. As we've seen from the 21 of Brian Jones, it's happened to him twice already. He is currently sitting in 9th, though, as we got somebody going to the bottom. Not sure who that is. It looks like it is going to be the 01 of John Winkler, and he is going to get it into the outside or inside wall. Heavy damage to the back of that truck, and I'm not sure if he is going to get it. He is going to back it up here. So we'll see. It looks like he is going to maintain it. Just not quite sure what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
That being said, that was a hard lick there. But we have a new leader here, the 8 of Paul Crumry out front. And Brett Osborne pushing him right now, and he's giving him a good shot to the back bumper. As they've actually got a little bit of a gap there, about a car length from the 21 of Brian Jones. I mean, it looks like he's got some company coming on the outside. Trey Galgon and Rachel Hunt, Dominic Lee trying to mount a run to see if they can't possibly get something going on that outside lane.
Yeah, I think Rachel and push Trey out front. She's strong. She can hold her line really good. If she can hold it right on his back deck, they'll push them right on out to the front.
They will indeed, as they're going to put John Winkler a lap down finally. He is on the apron here, just coasting it around. I don't think he's pitted yet. That car still has some damage to it. Not the way he pictured his night going, as he is going to have to take that thing to pit road. Yep, there he is. So he's going to go to pit road there with the heavy damage to the back of it. Not too terribly much to the front, but there is the field, as they are still 3 wide here, almost making contact between the 7 and the 21 back here.
That was close.
That was very close, as it now looks like Brian Jones is going to go, and there's a huge wreck involving several cars going around. That is not what these guys want to see here. Ed Saul's involved in it. The 72 of Dale Garrett involved. Rachel Hunt involved. Trey Galgon involved. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Well, I did say I expected to see another one around lap 38, and that is about when it came out.
Yep, you were right.
Take a look here, see if we can figure out what happened. Ooh, that looked
somebody
like
bumped somebody, and then somebody bumped bumped Ed wrong, and he got loose.
yeah, look like here's we'll take another look backwards. Looked like the 72 just rubbed the 81. I believe 72 Dale Garrett just barely rubbed the back bumper of Ed Stalls, just ever so slightly wrong in the corner. I mean, it was not a hard lick. It wasn't a bump. It was literally just a slight little rub. And it got Ed a little out of shape. And when he came back in, the nose of the 72 was there. Rachel Hunt didn't get... she didn't get a lot of damage. She got quite a bit, though. The 72 going into the fence there, riding the wall for a little bit. So he is going to get some damage. The 49's getting quite a bit of damage. The good news is most of these guys, if not all of them, and gals, have not used their fast repairs, so they're not out of this race. As long as they can drive it to pit road, they'll go in, get some damage repaired with that fast repair, get some fuel and tires, and be back out on the track. And it looks like Chuck Kemper is also going to potentially get a lap back if he wasn't involved in that. He does have a lot of damage, so I think Chuck Kemper may have been involved in that as well somehow.
Yeah, I seen him go sliding across the track.
That is not good, and he's been on pit road for about a minute now, so he may have also had some had to tow, which is not good. That'd be the second time he's had to tow. If he did, he is definitely going to be out of this race, as he's going to go 3 laps down now, and I'm sure he'll probably go a 4th lap down before we actually get to racing. But Paul Crumry still out front here, leading this race in that truck here, in that number 8 machine. Again, he had just painted this truck here before the race, probably about an hour or so before, so it looks pretty good considering he just painted it. He's got that iconic 7-Up that we're used to.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty truck that he's got.
It is indeed probably one of the best looking trucks out there. But you never can go wrong with some skull paint job. Those are also, especially the Cup cars, a very iconic race car. But we are under caution here. Again, taking a look at our cautions. That is the 4th caution for 12 laps. 10 laps to go here in the race. Again, we are going to step away here for just a moment, as we do have several laps under caution pretty slow, so give us just one moment. We'll be right back here in just a moment after we get a lap under caution, and we'll be back here after we get those vocal cords lubricated with some water, and we'll be back here in just a moment. All right, we are back here. Lights are still on the pace car, so we are going to still be under caution here. Again, anyone that's just tuning in, you're watching the NESS Super Sport Series presented by T&D Rustic Decor. This is our normal Monday series, but normally we're running on the bull ring with the Monte Carlo SS. Clearly, anyone familiar with cars and iRacing, this is not the bull ring, not even close to the bull ring, nor is it the Monte Carlo SS. This is the NASCAR Camping World Trucks here at Talladega Super Speedway for a non-points race. Just something to give these guys a little bit of a break here from the normal points racing, so that they don't have to go for the points every week. This is a 20-week season, 24-week period. It's going to be now 19 weeks of points racing, so again, this is just to give them a little bit of a break here from the normal points racing. The lights should go out, but we want to give a big shout out real fast to all the partners and sponsors for MaxSpeedTV and for this league. Again, Walls Beard Co., Sim Speed Shop, Elite 7 Racing, Ohio IndyCar League, and iBog all coming on board here for MaxSpeedTV. And on the racing side of things, there is TJ Woodworking, the official championship sponsor of this series and the Sunday afternoon series. So check them out if you need some woodworking done for plaques or whatever it is for your league, if you need some awards done as well. And of course, T&D Rustic Decor, they are the title sponsor for this series and the Sunday afternoon series for the trucks. So make sure you check out both of these on Facebook, T&D Rustic Decor and TJ Woodworking, as we now have 8 laps to go. Going to be 7 to go at the line, and we are gearing this thing up. I have a feeling that this will do it here. Next flag is going to end this race, whether it is the yellow flag or the checkered flag.
All right, 7 to go. Who's your money on?
That's a tough one. I think I'm going to go with Brett here. You know, normally I'd go with some seasoned veteran, and he's technically a seasoned veteran. But Paul Crumray's pretty good too, so I think I'm going to go with the youngster. He's out in second place right now, and I think he possibly may pull this out.
I'm gonna have to go with a long shot. I think my money's gonna be on Ed back there.
Yeah, and he could too. He's definitely a car that could win this. So we'll see. You never know. It could be as far back as Rachel Hunt, who is still on the lead lap.
Yeah, she might sneak up and bite them all.
She very well could be. She is good like that. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see. But I am. No, she may do it here. Lights are off. Pace car about to dive in. So time will tell who is going to be victorious here at Talladega Superspeedway tonight.
All right, if they can just hold it together.
That is going to be the key.
Last 7 laps work.
Again, once we get the green flag, if we complete at least 2 laps, I think we will end this thing under green or yellow. Whichever comes out, it's going to be the checker or the yellow. If we complete at least 2 laps, I think it will be enough to end the race if a caution does come out. But there it is. Green flag is out. Paul Crumray got a good start there. He's got really help. We got 4 on 3, and the inside lane really has more help at the moment. If the 16 of Rachel Hunt can catch up to the rest of the field here to get that back bumper of the 21 of Brian Jones, and I'm pretty sure she'll be able to. That's going to give them a boost, but it looks like the inside lane is actually losing a few, as looks like Rachel Hunt's going to take to the outside lane.
She's going to hook up with Ed, and they're going to go to the extreme outside.
They are indeed, as now the outside lane actually has one more truck on that outside than the inside. This could get very interesting. They're going to drag race it to the end. Brett Osborne losing a few spots there, as now the 71 is going to get by as well. That is Jason Garrett in that 71 Skull Bandit machine. They're now neck and neck once again at the line. It's going to be Osborne leading the race once again. As the question is he going to stay out there, or is he going to try to dip down to the inside lane?
Yeah, this is tight racing right here. They are giving it their all right now. All 100% concentration is on them trucks.
It is indeed. It's so crazy out here. They're actually 3 wide. Rachel Hunt and a Trey Galgon on the outside right now, on the very far outside to make it 3 wide, as we still have a drag race to the line between Paul Crumray and Brett Osborne. And at the line, we'll see who it's going to be. Right now, it looks like Paul Crumray has it. We'll see what it's going to be. And I believe it is going to be Paul Crumray at the line. So this game is getting really interesting as contact's made. The 99 goes around.
It's big. It's big.
It is a big one. Caution is out. Everybody getting involved except for the front 2 of Paul Crumray. And that was the big one here with 5 laps to go. That will end this race, I'm sure. Now it's just a matter of who can get out of pit road first. And very interesting here, as it looks like we have some cars that are done already. According to the scoring sheets, it's showing Ed Sauls in first, but I don't think that's right. Brian Jones on pit road. Paul Crumray is being shown in 4th. But that is definitely not correct. There it is. Now he's up to first. It's going to be 4 to go. Caution is out. But it's going to be Paul Crumray unofficially getting the win here. Well, I'm kind of wishing I'd picked him now. I picked Brett and may have jinxed him, as he is going to fall all the way back to... Actually, it's showing him in 5th position right now, as he didn't get too much damage out of that. We'll see if we're going to get the green flag again. I doubt it here with 4 laps to go. With 2 to go, the lights would have to be out. So it's just going to have to be a waiting game at this point to see if we do indeed get the green flag again.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. It depends on, well, if someone's pitting, so yeah, it's probably going to run the full cycle. Well,
that is definitely not what they wanted to see. That's not how you want to end any race, but unfortunately sometimes it does happen that way, and tonight happened to be one of those nights. Well, it looks like the 71's going to take it to pit road as well. Really to pit here with 4 laps to go. Now 3 to go at the line. As lights are on. Yep, their lights are still on. So the lights again would have to go off this next time by in order to get the green flag. But I don't see that happening.
No, I don't either.
It's definitely not going to happen. So that, unfortunately, is going to end this race. But we officially have to wait for it to end here. Again, here in 3 laps. So it's about still a good, almost about 5.5 minutes before we can officially declare the winner.
Yeah, that was a good racing. I saw Rachel and Ed kind of get with each other on the very high side, and I thought for sure they were getting ready to hook up and take it to the front.
Yeah, that I really did too. I thought they were going to try to make something happen. Unfortunately, caution came out, so they're not even going to get the chance to make anything happen. And that's never again the way you want it to, the way to go. It just stinks to end under caution here, as we'll take a look. It was 5 cautions for 16 laps out of the 50. 3 laps to go still here, with 15 lead changes. So we had a astronomical amount of lead changes here.
It's normally the way it goes. The outside might get it one time, the inside get it the next time, and who falls in and out of line.
This is true. But again, this one's going to end under caution, I do believe. Again, you have to have at least 2 laps here. As we'll look, they are coming up on the line. We've known usually if 5 laps or less, you aren't going to get a green flag. As there goes an orange code bouncing across the infield there. But we're watching the pace car right here. The lights have to go off right now. By some freak chance, if we get this green, it'll be a 1-lap shootout. That could be very interesting, as they don't even get up to speed for 2 laps.
Yeah, it would just be who can get on the throttle and who can hold who back then.
It would be, and there it is. Lights are still on, so we are not going green. This race is officially going to end under caution. So, again, unfortunate. Not the way we wanted to see it end after such a great race. But unofficially, that will give the win to Paul Crumry. Trey Galgon going to finish in second, and Dell Garrett going to be finishing in 3rd. So we'll get ready to get those here in just a minute. We'll pull them up to the booth for the post-race show coming up here in just a few moments. But again, we still have about 4 minutes, about 3.5 minutes while they have to get around this track. A little more than that, actually, because it takes them about 2.5 to get around this track under caution. So we just have to kind of wait it out here. But we will get stuff ready, and as soon as the race is over, we'll get them in here, and we will get the post-race show started. All right, we are back here live on MaxSpeedTV. Again, this race is wrapping up here again. Caution is out for the final time here. We are on the last lap here. Again, it takes about 2.5 minutes to get around, so we're just having to pace around this track right now, as that is what they are doing. The 6 cars left on the track anyway. Ed Saul's out of the race. Rachel Hunt out of the race. Brian Jones, Dominic Lee, Chuck Kemper, John Winkler, Chris Rencia, Scott Page out of the race as well as the 66 of Brandon Kaufman. And not sure what happened to Brett Osborne there. Let's go back and take a little look here, see what happened to him. You're under caution, Brett Osborne going around. Really drifted down into the 72 and spun them both out. That will do it. Checkered flags are waving for the 8 of Paul Crumry, as he is just feet away from taking the win here tonight. And that will do it right there. Paul Crumry going to be the winner here tonight. We'll see if he's going to do any celebrating here. It looks like he is going to turn it around and do some celebrating. So give us a moment. We'll get the top 3, and we'll be right back for your post-race show. All right, we are back here with your post-race show as you're watching your winner, the number 8 of Paul Crumry, do some donuts here and some burnouts. We do have a 3rd place. That is the 72 of Dale Garrett. You finished in a 3rd today. This is a non-points race, just for fun out there to get away from the normal points racing here at Talladega. You finished 3rd. Quite a strong field for most of this race. How does it feel to finish in 3rd place?
Well, it's a nice recovery from where we started the race, but I'd just like to get back to the boring. The number of cautions were about the same. So that's unfortunate about it, but what can you do? It's Talladega. I like to see that finish under green, even though my car didn't have full power. But it's just one of those things.
It is indeed. It's just unfortunate. Talladega, Daytona are kind of a breed of their own, and cautions seem to breed cautions here. Different to say the least. We'll be right back next week to the Bull Ring, so we'll see how that race goes coming up. But we don't want to keep anyone here too long, as we know a lot of people have stuff to get to. Obviously, we have another broadcast to get to, but any quick shout-outs or just sponsors you want to thank for that 3rd place finish?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys at MaxSpeedTV for allowing us to come out here and do this and putting the show on, and hopefully we can come back with a strong run at the Bull Ring this week.
All right, well, again, congrats on that solid third place finish. Finishing in second was the 49 of Trey Galgon, and I think he may have stepped away. We'll see. Trey, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, we do have the Trey Galgon in the 49. You finished second. We didn't want to see it end under caution, but had we not ended under caution, you think you had anything for Paul to try to get by him there in the last couple of laps?
I mean, I think so. I was going through the field pretty well. I was watching where the lines were moving. Me and Rachel, we were trying to work that high line, that third line, but with someone not behind me to push me, to get me to suck up against her back bumper, I wasn't able to work with her up on that high line and get that high line working. But if we were able to get that high line working, you could probably be talking to Rachel and me up near the front. So yeah, I think we had a chance there.
Well, definitely, we thought anyone really had a good shot at it, especially one of you being one of those up front all day here battling it out with this field of 15 cars. But again, we don't want to keep anyone too long. We have to jump over to the Xfinity race for Northwest. But any sponsors or anyone you just want to give a shout out to real fast before we sign off for the night?
Yeah, I'll shout out my one sponsor, Copper Hill Public House, and then I would like to thank you guys for broadcasting the race.
All right, well, again, congrats on the second place. And your race winner here tonight, the number 8, Paul Crumright, and he has a 7-Up machine here. Paul, you're in victory lane. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good. A lot of cautions tonight, but yeah, I think that I wish I would kind of had that last little bit green racing, because I know Brett and I were really neck and neck there for the last few laps, but the 71 was pushing me real well, so fortunately there was that wreck near the end. It kind of gave me that 3 laps by myself up front, but hey, W's a W.
It is indeed. So you see in most racing these guys go out and celebrate. You see them slinging around some Bud Light or something like that. So I'm assuming in victory lane you're slinging around some 7-Up down there.
Oh yeah, a little 7 and 7 tonight, but yeah, it was fun tonight. A little bit of too many cautions, I think. I think a lot of people maybe just not be used to driving Talladega, but I love this track. I think it's one of my favorite tracks. As you can see, I got number 1 for practice and number 1 on the board tonight, so kind of shows my talent at Talladega. But like I said, unfortunately, I wish I could have raced it out. I don't like winning this way, but W is a W.
It is indeed. But any sponsors you want to give a shout out to, or any just family, friends, anyone you want to give a shout out to out there?
I just think 7-Up, and got to mix it up a little bit. That's the sponsor's title there. And thanks for MaxSpeedTV for putting it on.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the win here. And we just have 2 more pieces of business to take care of before we sign off for the night. One of those, of course, being your unofficial race results. Again, they're official basically because there are no real race control issues, as this was a non-points race, so nothing on the line there except for the win. Beginning the win is the 8 of Paul Crumry. Second place goes to the 49 of Trey Galgon. Third will go to the 72 of Dale Garrett. Fourth will go to the 99 of Brett Osborne. And rounding out your top 5 here tonight will be the 71 of Jason Garrett. Sixth place will go to Caleb Weekly. 7th place, Ed Sauls. 8th place, Rachel Hunt. 9th place, Brian Jones. And rounding out your top 10 will be Dominic Lee. 11th place will go to Chuck Kemper. 12th place, John Winkler. 13th place, Chris Arencia. 14th, Scott Page. And 15th will go to Brandon Kaufman. Again, that will round out your field here tonight. For the results, as always, we want to thank all the sponsors that have come on board for this, whether it's for MaxSpeedTV or the racing series, as are Walls Beard Co., Sim Speed Shop, Elite 7 Racing, Ohio IndyCar League, and iBog on MaxSpeedTV side of things. And on the racing side of things, the official title championship sponsor goes to TJ Woodworking. And the title sponsor for both of these, presented by TND Rustic Decor. So they are the title sponsor for both series. As always, for the league or for the MaxSpeedTV, if you're looking to get your business some exposure, definitely check us out. You can send a message to us on MaxSpeedTV Facebook or go to the No Excuses Sim Series Facebook page. Shoot us a message if you would like to get your business some great exposure here on iRacing. You can do so and become a great partner here with MaxSpeedTV or No Excuses Sim Series. On behalf of the No Excuses Sim Series and MaxSpeedTV, we will see y'all at the next race, actually coming up here in just over an hour. We'll be live with the Northwest Xfinity Series.